Hello everyone, we are going to start a new module in this course, so this will be UFCD 6453, Hábitos Alimentares, Cultura e Lazer. So that's exactly what we are going to talk about, food and culture, leisure, hobbies, all those things. We are going to start with the food habits part, so to start with the module, I put here this presentation with some of the sections in the supermarket, and also we are going to get some vocabulary from there and see where we can find things in the supermarket, some more useful things that I try to put in here. And in some sections you have more items than in others, but it's a start. So let's go. I started here with the fruit, so you'll have for this part of vocabulary between parentheses the equivalent in English of the word that I'm saying in Portuguese. So I will not be translating because you already have the translation there in your screen. Starting with fruta, a banana, o morango, a maçã, and notice here that in maçã the last A should be nasal, so maçã, o melão, and here we have also another nasal, a laranja e o limão. Then moving on to another section. Next section is os legumes, and in here we have a cebola, o alho, a batata, o pimento, a alface, o pepino. Next section is a charcutaria. So in English this would be the charcuterie. I only put here some items, and namely the items are the ones that are more encountered here in Portugal. Então, o fiambre, o presunto, o queijo. Next, we have a padaria e a pastelaria. We have a lot of things here from both of them. Just to say that I put there the word bakery between parentheses because it fits both of them, but padaria is more for bread and pastelaria is for cakes. In the supermarket, they are usually together. So we start with o pão, and in this part, just to name two, you can have branco ou trigo, that is the wheat bread, e mistura, mixed flours, and in here I did not specify which mixture. A carcaça, that is a bread roll, like a small bread, and o bolo. Moving on, we have a peixaria, that is the fishmonger's shop. So I also added here some of the fishes that you are more likely to find also in the restaurant that we will be talking about soon. So starting with bacalhau, of course, o camarão, o robalo, o polvo, o salmão, a sardinha. Next, we have o talho, the butcher shop, and in here again just some of the things that you can find there. So I did not put cuts, it's just really the name of a few items that you can find in there, starting with o frango, o peru, a vitela, o porco, o pato, o coelho. Next section, os laticínios, so our dairy, and in here we can find o leite, os iogurtes, a manteiga, and moving on to the next section, and this one is where you can find the most items because it's very broad. So os cereais, as bolachas, o arroz, a massa, and notice here how it is different from maçã, the apple that I mentioned in our first section. So this one is not as nasal as the other. We have no indication for the use of a nasal, and in addition to that, the first A is a little bit more open. So massa, the one that we are seeing now. O azeite, and in this case we are talking specifically about olive oil, so other oils have a different name. Azeite is only for the olive oil. As conservas, os molhos, and in here stress on the first O, molhos, os temperos, o açúcar, a farinha, o mel, o chocolate, o café. And in this next section we have as bebidas, so a água, a cerveja, o vinho e os refrigerantes. Moving on to other parts that are not food, but we can also find in the supermarket, beleza e higiene. I only put here a few of the many that you can find in there as well. So the ones that I found were a little bit more useful were o shampoo. So this last O should be a little shorter, okay? O shampoo, o gel de banho, a pasta de dentes, a espuma de barbear, o papel higiênico. Also that I found important to add here is the part for pets, os animais. Here animais, it's the section that we can find in the supermarket, so translated literally it would be animals, but in there of course you can count as pets. So starting with ração seca. So, seca is the adjective for dry. A comida úmida, the wet food, e os brinquedos, and this for all of them. And then finally, for the cleaning part, I also only put here a few products, and these are o detergente, a lixívia, a vassoura, a esfregona.